Good morning. Today I will be talking about injuries, especially on football, that has changed people's lives. So the first case I want to talk about is Antonio Brown. He was the star receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers since 2010 when he was drafted with the 195th pick in the draft. He was amazing for many years until the 2017 playoffs game versus the Bengals, where he was going to call a pass and the defensive back Burtis Perfect went to directly to his face and hit his head very hard. Uh, Antonio Brown was out for that game, and he wasn't okay since that moment because he started to get in many fights with all of his teammates. The locker room, he started to like doing a lot of things that wasn't for the Pittsburgh Steelers organization okay. So he demanded a release later on that year, and he was traded to the Las Vegas Raiders, where he did the same thing. The For starters, the NFL banned his helmet because it wasn't enough protection for his head, and he said that he was not going to play if he did not have his helmet. So he missed about 2 weeks of games, and after that was solved, he went into a freezing, relaxing machine without the proper equipment. So he burned his feet, and the Las Vegas organization was really mad. So they started talking to him and starting to say that he did it on purpose and stuff like that. So he, the media said that he punched the general manager beside the head coach in a practice when they started to get on a heated argument about that. So after he was caught of the Las Vegas Raiders because all of the drama that he has made, he was signed by the New England Patriots, where he played one game and scored a touchdown. But it wasn't long after that he had three accuses of rape on Las Vegas and on Pittsburgh. So he was taken to court and caught from the New England Patriots, never seemed to play on another NFL game again. So the hit obviously was enormous from the defensive back Burtis Perfect on 2017, and you can see how mentally he wasn't enough for him to keep going, because a hit that hard to the head, uh, it changes and he hasn't been the same since. And after he was cut of the New England Patriots, he went to play on music, and it did not go well for him. So on his effort to go back into the NFL, he started to do a lot of things that weren't morally correct, and he's still looking to come back to the NFL, but I don't think that's gonna happen because teams know that mentally he isn't okay, and they don't want him causing any more trouble. Also, I want to talk about another case, who is Ryan Shazier. This man is amazing, and he inspires me really. Ryan Shazier was injured in December 14, 2017. He had a flaccid paralysis on his lower back. They say he wasn't gonna need surgery, and 2 days later he needed to have stabilization back procedure, which is when they cut it open and the nerve was pinched. So they had to move one of the spines, fix the nerve, and then put the spine back in. Since 2017 he has been on incredible rehab to achieve his goal of coming back to the NFL, returning as a middle linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So what happened is his spine lost the ability to send nerve signals through the spine. So that's what the spine stabilization was for. Even though he wasn't allowed to walk anymore, in 2018 he walked again on the 2018 NFL draft to announce the Pittsburgh Steelers pick. And that's just amazing how people can come back from things like that. Many people don't know this, but myself have come from a injury that did not allow me to move my legs. So I've come really far, and this man inspires me every day to keep going. But yeah, I was involved in an accident many years ago and did not allow me to move my legs. So he inspires me every day to keep going, and I really hope he comes back. I want to talk about, for me, the worst injury ever in football is probably Joey Theismann. On Monday Night Football in 1986, the Washington Redskins were playing against the New York Giants, and in a play that's called the flicker, when the quarterback gives the ball to the running back, and then the running back throws it back to the quarterback launches the ball. Unlikely for Joey Theismann, the legend Lawrence Taylor was there and sacked and got the best of him. He injured his leg and his bone popped out in the middle of national television, and that ended his career, unfortunately. It was the end of an 11-year career for the 36-year-old QB. And after that, we never saw Joey Theismann walk on a football field again, and I think he can still walk, but he walks around with help. But it was one of the worst injuries I have ever seen. Here's one of the videos, and it really makes you think, that football is dangerous, but I still love playing the sport, and it is what it is. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for everything. See you.